sono ogni.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I think we're having some latecomers. So we're going to give them some few minutes, let's say 3 minutes, and we start. Welcome. So I think we are 5 minutes. So we did well to wait for the latecomers, but this is time. I'm very, very excited for today's Zoom because I'm having a lot of things in store for you. A lot of good news. So I am Dr. Chris Lemonez. I am the Chief Marketing Officer at ETF Pool. So we will be talking about their ETF AI 2.0. So this is the latest development, and we are going to talk about everything concerning that. Afterwards, we will talk about the advantages that can have for you, and we will also take questions and answers before we get to our conclusion. So very, very excited about this. So I will start with a little introduction about the 2.0. But let's understand first what the classical ETF pool was or is, because it's still available for all of you. So our ETF right now is offering our two different plans, or we can call it three if we're counting what we had before. So and ETF is actually trading exchange traded funds, and we most of the time are define what trading exchange traded funds are. Is actually a better way or the best way to diversify your funds, because you are trading different assets just with one trade. You trade bonds, you trade commodities, and you trade crypto. But now, if you look at most of your reports, you will see that most of the trades been taken by ETFs were more of bonds and commodities. So assets from bonds and commodities were what was giving us the very good standard and minimum or profit that we were making, 0.8 to 1.1. Now, our ETF has been working on a 2.0. I think I've been talking about that lengthily. And we are actually in a position where we will taste these 2.0. What is actually the 2.0 and what does we have that the 1.0 doesn't have, or the version 0 doesn't have? Well, when a tech company decides to actually work on a 2.0 is because it feels like the first version is actually lacking on something. So with this question, and again, with a statement I made previously saying that our ETF was trading or is trading bonds, crypto, and commodities, and referring you to some of the reports to see that most of the trades being picked up by ETFs were more of bonds and commodities and not crypto, will help you understand what the 2.0 is actually bringing onto the table. Well, the 2.0 is actually bringing to the table more speed and more safety. How? Well, as I told you, the 1.0 or the first version actually couldn't place perfect trades, couldn't place trades in their crypto market because crypto market actually demands for the speed to be a little bit faster. Let's take an example. The 1.0 is executing trades maybe in 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. So you get into a level of minutes, okay? But for example, if you want to do arbitrage, which is a category of crypto. In crypto, you have futures, you have sports, you have our margin trading, and you have arbitrage trading. Now, what is arbitrage? Arbitrage is actually the capacity for you to trade or in different exchanges, making money on their difference in prices. Let me take an example. you are actually having your money in, let's say, Binance. And in Binance, you have the asset called BTC, which is actually $30,100. Okay, so one BTC is $30,100 in Binance or on Binance. You go now on Coinbase and it is listed at $30,170 or $30,200. Wow, this is just a slip of time. It will stay that way for, let's say, 20 seconds. 20 seconds, because Coinbase actually want to follow the market price, but he didn't know that the other exchanger has a little slippage. So you will have to execute that trade in less than 15 seconds. You will have to buy from Binance, who sells at 30,100, to buy from, or to take your money that is in Binance and sell it and go and buy, to buy the ones in Binance and go and sell it in Coinbase. So let me take it again because we got confused here. You take your money, you buy the BTC in Binance at 30,100, and you continue, you go into Coinbase where they are listing it for 30,150, and you sell it there, and you make a difference of $50. Okay, now imagine you doing this transaction in the space of 15 seconds, and you can do that throughout the day, meaning for 24 hours, how much money you can make. So for the ETF Pool AI to be able to do it, he had to be very, very fast. The speed needed to be optimal. But if the speed is maybe, if he executes trades in maybe 1 minute, in 5 minutes and 10 minutes, he will never go and pick trades from crypto, because its database will tell him from the proof of things, crypto is not a good market for you. So take your money, put in assets and bonds, or put in commodities assets. Don't put in crypto, because crypto needs smaller or higher speed, but you don't have that speed. So that is the reason why we capitalized on the speed, trying to fix this. And we are happy to tell you, after testing this for about 60 days, it is working. The speed given by the 2.0 is amazing. So the company has now decided to let you extensively test it further. That is why it is open for the market, for you guys, for everyone who is an ETF investor. Okay, so of course, once we get into the Q&As, we will be able to answer more questions about this. So I will be happy to answer some of your questions. If my answers are very effective, of course I'm going to revert back with better answer, or maybe through chat or whatever. But I'm sure I can actually give you a lot of response to your questions. Now, let's look at what this ETF or AI 2.0 can actually bring or do for you. Okay, now this PDF will be shared into their Telegram channel, and you have the opportunity to review that. And of course, you will have the opportunity to ask questions, maybe to me inbox, to the support, or during our next Zoom. So, but here it is, the ETF AI Pool 2.0. Okay, we start with the AI standard. Don't forget, we are trading ETFs, but we're now fully trading into the 3 capacities, meaning we are trading the bonds, the commodities, and the crypto. Okay, before when diversifying, or the traders went, or the bot went too much into bonds, sometimes into commodities, but there were lesser and lesser trades from the crypto because it needed the speed. Now that the bot has, or the AI has the speed required to make money in crypto, the speed is going full force and is healing better funds, better money, which is actually good for us. Okay, so here is the ETF AI Pool 2.0 AI standard. And the AI standard, this is how it looks like. It has a minimum stake of $6.99, and it gives you a daily ROI of 1.5%. Okay, and you get your profit and you withdraw your profit daily, which is amazing. 1.5, all of that. So you have the ETF Pool ETF AI Pool 2.0 AI Premium. So the premium is actually a 1,499, and you have a daily ROI of 1.8%. 1.8%. Or amazing. Top up, or which is also withdrawable daily, your profit. Now you have a staggering, or the ETF AI Pool 2.0, the AI Pro gets you a daily ROI of 2.2%. And the minimum stake here is 12,499. Okay, and now as custom, we have the AI compounding pool from the ETF AI Pool 2.0, and the minimum stake here is 1,499, and the daily ROI is 1.5% daily, and the pool duration is 180 days. So you have the different packages for the 2.0 ETF AI Pool. So we have 4 different packages. Now, what's going to be the difference? Or you have in your back office right now, the AI 2.0 that has been activated, but you are already activated on the 1.0. Those who want to get into the 2.0 will have your chance today. And they will be able to jump into the 2.0 and start benefiting from the crazy numbers that the 2.0 can make you. You will have to make that choice yourself. You will taste it and see how marvelous it is, and then you will decide if you want to use it for yourself. Now, the good thing is that, as I told you, once it gets to a certain level, you will, of course, once all the testing is done and you are sure you're seeing that it's making money for you, will get to a level whereby you will just buy the license. The company, or I know I asked the question and they told me very soon it will get to a level where users will be able to buy the license, but from what I've been told, it will be a limited license and you will be able to use the 2.0 on your own. Okay, but now this is the time for you, exclusively for members of ETF Pool and members that will be recommended by members that we have from actual members, will benefit from the ETF AI Pool 2.0. Okay, now enough talking. I'll let you, or I'll give you the chance to actually ask your questions so we can jump into details if I weren't clear enough. Thank you so much, and over to you.
I have a question.
Hello there. I have a question. Hello?
I think you're muted, so I can't hear you now.
Yeah, Darius, over to you.
Okay. Wanted to find out with the new pools with the 2.0, I know in the previous ones there was a lockup period of 6 months on some of those pools. Is that going to be the same effect for the new 2.0 pools that are going to be released?
Can you take it again? I didn't hear you, Darius.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. With the new version of the 2.0 pools that are going to be released, I know in some of them they had a lockup period of 6 months. So once you invest, you're basically in there for a 6-month time frame. Is that going to be the same for the new pools, the new 2.0 pools that are going to be released?
I guess yes, but I will have to verify. But I guess it's going to be the same system. But let me verify and I'll revert back to you. I want to confirm that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do we have another question? Okay, I guess we have some questions in the chat.
Yeah, I have a question. I think
okay,
in response to the last question he just said, in my understanding, there is no lockup period. The only package that has a lockup period is the one that says 180 days. But the other, and that's the compounding. But all the other ones, it says that they're not compounding.
Yeah. Are you there? You're breaking.
And it doesn't say that there's a lockup period. Am I correct?
We lost you for a minute. So.
I can't hear you. I think you're muted or something. Okay. Did you hear my question?
No, we lost you for a minute. I don't know if I was the only one who lost you, but the second part of what you said, I didn't hear anything. Can you take it again?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just if my understanding is correctly based on that last question, the only package that has the 180-day lockup period is the last one that you proposed. It's the compounding feature, and it states that it has the 180-day lockup. But all the other ones, they're not compounding, and it doesn't state that they have a 180-day lockup period. I'm just asking, am I correct on my observation?
Yeah. Well, that is actually why I said I need to verify. So I also can't see the lockup period for this the first three, only for the compounding pool. So I want to believe that you're correct, but I want to verify that before I revert back to you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have another question? Other questions? Okay. Yeah. Okay, Darius, you have another question? Yeah, sure.
When are the new 2.0 pools going to be released on the platform?
Just after the call, or while we're talking, I think it's been released. I don't know if you check your account. I think it should be live now.
And can we position the current investments that we have into the 2.0 pools, or they have to be finished and then we could withdraw and then put them in?
That's correct. That's correct. They have to be finished.
Okay.
Yeah, our Kim just asked, is it already in the back office? Yes, it is, as we are talking.
How many current users are on the platform right now?
Many, I think, I'm just going to verify. But I think we are over we're over 5 to 10,000. We're in between 5 to 10,000, I guess. Darius, do you have another question? I see you raised your hands.
Nope, I'm good. I'm just trying to turn my hand off right now. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, do we have another question? Before we jump into the compensation plan for this one. Yep. Okay, so if we had no further questions, then we are going to, okay, someone has a question. Can we, oh yeah, I asked that. Yeah, of course, I said our Darius asked that question. You need to actually finish the first one before you jump to the second.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I'm James. I had the same question as Darius. What's the lockup times? And when you look at the 2.0, it doesn't say anything about any time frame. Even the AI Compounding Pro mentioned the 180-day lockup. So that'd be probably really good if the company could put those in on the website so we know how long they're locked up for. That'd be awesome.
Well, I think that's similar to what the previous person said. So what I said was to verify that and then get back to you. I could say we could just interpret it the way we see it and say, okay, you know what, or the way it's written, or it means there is no lockup period. But I just want to verify that so I don't give misleading information to you guys. So let's confirm it and then get back.
Yeah, because if you can get back to everybody or something, maybe put it on the Telegram group, even put it on the website. Because I'm looking at because I'm a brand new investor. I have not deposited or invested. Yeah, I haven't invested yet, so I'm looking to see which one's the best one for me. And I'm looking at just the AI pool, the regular ones, and I still don't see a lockup time in this either.
Okay.
So yeah, I need to know what what the hell the plan works basically. But I'm sure it's on videos and everything like that. But I'd like it to be on the website.
Oh, this plan? That's
no the lockup.
I said you can just say it again.
Sorry, no, the lockup time. I look on the website on AI Pool and AI Pool 2.0. There's no mention. There's the ETF pool, the compounding pool, the daily compounding flexi. There's no mention on how long the funds are locked up for, and I'd like to know that before I invest.
Okay. So I think we had the answer just in front of us, but I wasn't smart enough to see that. Well, it is clear, and this is a statement I'm going to make to answer this right away. Or of course, if there are any changes, if there is any change, I will bring it out to you maybe on the next Zoom. But it is clear that their first pack, which is the AI standard, has no lockup period. Okay. The second, which is the AI premium, has no lockup period. It's not meant, okay. And their third, which is the AI Pro, has no lockup period. But the last one, which is the AI Compounding Pro, has a lockup period or a pool duration of 180 days. So yeah, or the person who answered before was completely right. Or yeah, that is the explanation. I hope it's clear now. So the first to the third has no lockup period, and the last one has a lockup period of 180 days. So we have another question. He says, on the platform, when we it takes to unlock. So to move our deposit, blah, blah, blah. No, I said it's not possible for the person who just asked the question. I said you need to go to finish your lockup period before you can use that same to actually activate a 2.0. 2.0 is a new pack. So 2.0 will be trading separately. We'll be trading separately. So that's what we've tried so far. So we want to continue like this. Or can we move straight? No, you cannot move straight. So our DeFi crypto, I hope you're understanding. You are the one I'm answering your questions. Yeah, Darius, do you have another question?
Yes, and all the plans are still set that they only pay Monday through Friday, because I seen some on a website, there is one that even pays on weekends, and I just wanted to clarify that.
Say it again.
Okay, all the plans, I seen on the Telegram channel that it said something they even pay on weekends. I think that was the ETF Pool, the regular one. I just wanted to clarify, is that paying on the weekends, or is still all the plans just pay Monday through Friday, just business days?
Yeah, all the plans pay Monday to Fridays, but they say you can get paid. It means you can withdraw.
Oh, okay. So you could get withdrawals on the weekends. Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Do we have other questions? Yeah, see in the group. Sorry, sorry when my face is kind of banned because I'm looking at my computer. I'm trying to read other messages in the chat. So sorry if I'm not looking right into the camera. Sorry for that. I hope you would hold me in contempt for that. So we have Brent who says, will AI pool and AI pool 2.0 coexist over time, or will AI 2.0 supersedes the original AI? Of course, it depends on how people adopt it, because if you feel like you love the AI 2.0, it was oversee that. But from now, I don't think there is a plan to take off the AI pool, the original AI pool. So both will still be alive, and we'll see how it goes. But I can tell you, it is the crypto market is actually a very, very good one. It's a very good one. The possibility to actually trade arbitrage and to trade well, yeah, we know that things like spots are not very profitable, or the trades are very long. So if we can actually trade arbitrage, no, it's amazing, because arbitrage has no risk. You know, arbitrage has no risk. You just take from one exchanger, you sell to another exchanger, or you buy from one, you sell to the other, and that is just a matter of time. You have to be super fast. The profit is not that much per transaction, but when you have the volume, let's say you're trading with maybe $100 million. So the slippage that you find, which is the difference between two exchangers, is actually enough or much once you are actually trading volumes. So if maybe on a transaction, let's say ADA is a certain price, maybe $1.20 in Coinbase, and it's $1.25, or maybe $1.50 in another exchanger. You buy for 200 million, it's gonna give you a huge pickup. And again, if you can do this every 30 seconds for 24 hours, no, you're making a lot of money while you're not actually losing anything. You're not scared that the futures trade will go down, or the market will burn, or this, that. So I think this issue of speed, the speed, I thought that when we're talking about 2.0, the developers are going to tell me, oh, okay, we talked about this wonderful thing that can go to heaven and come back. No, it was just something that had to do with speed. Because if they're actually executed trades in 2 to 5 minutes, some trade actually run, as I told you the other time on Zoom, that some trade runs for 1, 2, 3 days. But then you can be able to execute trades in seconds. That's actually amazing. That's a great progress. So I'm very excited about this. Weekend earning is for being active and sharing as well. Brett, I don't understand if it's a question or it's a statement you're making. Weekend earning is for being active and sharing as well. Please, I didn't get that. Or we saw many other platforms who offer around 2%, couldn't sustain and collapsed. ETF Pool strong enough to longevity? Of course, look, ETF Pool actually came up and didn't care that other companies offer 2%, 3%, 4%. ETF Pool say, okay, you know what? Right now, we are still small. We can only offer 0.8 to 1.1. So ETF Pool didn't claim to offer what they can't or they couldn't. So right now they fixed themselves and worked on the part that actually will make people earn more money, and that's what we're going in for. So ETF Pool will not go for something that they cannot get or afford. Let's imagine that they're diversifying, considering crypto makes you 3%. Of course, you're not going to come and promise people 2%. You're going to promise them 2.2% or 2.5% maximum. You understand? Just because you know from your trade or from the way the market is going that our trading in full capacity will give you 3%. Okay? Now, you are trading ETFs whereby you are in full force diversifying into 3 different assets: bonds, stocks, crypto. Before, we did a lot of sometimes bonds, sometimes commodities, sometimes bonds and commodities, but we never did all the 3, or maybe not enough of crypto. Or maybe when the traders actually position it in crypto, it was doing a little bit of futures or maybe sometimes spots. But the speed wasn't good enough to diversify fully into crypto and benefiting from the markets of crypto that is more profitable, like the arbitrage market and so on. So yes, or it's going to be sustainable. If it's not, of course, ETF won't do it. Or if ETF Pool feels like it's training, of course, here is a place we're going to debate about that, saying, oh no, brothers, or oh no, community, we feel that this is too much. Let's try to take it down because the diversifying is not going the way we want to. So we want to come back to what we know or what we do best or whatsoever. But the way it's going, I don't think it will go that way because it's actually real good. And I know a little bit about our arbitrage, and I know that arbitrage is safe and a lot profitable. Yeah, so we have weekend earning. Okay, so sorry, this was a reply to a previous questions about earning on weekends. Okay, thank you so much. Or do we have another question from users or investors? Well, know that with the 2.0, you can actually, and I think it's not a new thing because you actually are already doing that, because even under ETF Pool packages, you can have 2, 3, 4 packages. And you who is already a user of the ETF Pool Classic packages, you can equally be a user of the ETF AI Pool 2.0. So, or you don't need to wait, you don't need to qualify, you don't need to whatever, or it's not just for new users, no, it's for everyone. So you can have one ETF Pool Classic pack active, and you have one ETF AI Pool 2.0 pack active, or you can even have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, depends on you. But you are qualified to be, because that's even for you first and for new users too. So yeah, that is it. Thank you, Daily Crypto. Thank you so much for kind words. So do we have other questions? I'm actually very excited to dive into this AI 2.0, and I'm just wanting to answer all questions related to that, because I'm so excited about that. So if no more questions, I will. Okay, we have another question. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I have a question.
James?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, I probably could maybe find this on the site or something. So as I'm said, I'm new, but I got you right here. So where is ETF based out of, and are they, are they owners up front and, doxed? We can meet them and see them?
Yeah, of course. I talked about it in the, okay, you said you are a new user. So Houston, Texas, or you can find the address on the site, even on the document. I think you can find it. So as we always say, our developers are taking care of the business or offline, and we are taking care of the business online. Okay, so this is actually a venture that is here to stay. We are here to develop this. We want to get to a level where we license this bot, and we make sure that this AI is used by everyone. We are kind of growing together. The old users here know exactly how it started. And that's we're growing little by little, but surely. And we are not trying to put our mouth where our heads can be. So we try to progress with time, and we try to do what our size can permit us to do. So we are very happy to always take everything that our community says in account, and we don't overpromise. We always make sure to under promise and over deliver. So this is actually something we were hoping it will be done far from now, after the Coinbase venture funding, but luckily we could actually get some more servers that could help us speed up the trading speed. And this is actually going to help us to even get to where we want to get to at a faster pace, because I think the end game here is for you, me, everyone to be able to have the software and do his trades himself, use the bot or the AI to trade for himself, and take his own risks, tweak it the way he wants to make the profit he wants, and be happy about that. And for that, we need to have more servers that can actually guarantee that the AI will work for a very huge amount of people. So, thank you.
I have a question.
Ian?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello? Ian?
All right, so look, it seems like the forms. I know ETF. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so yeah, it seemed like we had this conversation last time that the U.S. government is coming after a lot of crypto platforms. I know right now everything is good with ETF Pool because you're a small company. But as we start to grow and get larger, and then the government kind of finds out about you or about us, do we have any type of escape plan, meaning where everybody can be liquidated? So, I think that's the problem we're having with crypto. Everything is good at the start, But what about when you start, when they come knocking on your door? Is there a way that everybody can be able to get their capital out? I mean, have you guys thought about that?
Yeah. So it becomes a problem once you show off and you go into or different jurisdictions that that will come after you. You understand? So the business model of ETF Pool has always been trying to build something where nobody will have the chance to come after you, and having a plan. And what is the plan here? The plan is, let's get to a level where you will have to use your license yourself, and nobody will come jail you because you're using the license. Us will just be providing you the license, and you will be using the license and making profit for yourself. So we'll just be license providers, and you'll be using it, and that's good, and we will keep working for a small amount of people that will decide to continue earning from us, meaning us doing or using the bot for them. You understand? So we don't have the aim of becoming too big. Too big will be when we actually are selling the licenses. You understand? So too big for us means we got to a level whereby everybody is actually getting the license. And that time is coming very soon, because I even thought it's going to be like in 5 years from now, but or maybe 3 years from now. But I think we're going to get there a little bit even faster, because we are already having the 2.0. We see that it's working. So the next step right now is to try to increase the server so that people can actually use it in your computers, on your phones, and set up the mini server themselves and try to use the bot, and it functions for them. Because for transaction to be done in a space of seconds, it actually worth something, So that's our strategy. The strategy is not to go to their face and say, oh, you know what, we are being successful. We have maybe 1 million members. We are making a lot of money. We are helping middle class and low class people make a lot of money. That's what they don't want. They don't want to hear. So we actually decided to stay online, make sure that our people that are working with us actually know what the game plan is, and we go with them, and we get to a level whereby we get them the license for them to trade themselves, so that if someone wants to go against us, they won't have nothing to show for, because we are not actually the ones are trading it anymore, because people are trading individually. So I don't know if your question has been answered. Thank you.
Yeah, partially. I mean, you did say you were based in Houston, Texas, correct?
Say it again.
You said the company was based in Houston, Texas? Yeah.
The company is based in Houston, Texas, where we have the server and where we have the technical team. Okay. And as I told you, we don't want to have a business where tomorrow I will tell you, oh no, they came into the offices, they locked everything and so on. No, it makes no sense. We want to be smarter than that. We know that, and we said it even on the first week. We know that when you show off in this type of business, they'll come after you, And I told you, the company had 2 options. The first option was, okay, take this software, go for these big funders from the big banks and so on, get their money and get them the license of this product and use it for them, or put it in an MLM system and try to give it out to people for them to use it, while you have the opportunity to craft it the way you want it to be, and to sell it, and to sell the license. That's the end goal. The end goal is to do a license that we can actually sell to people, so that we are free from anything. We sell them the license and we are good. Or we can decide to give it to Silicon Valley bankers or whatever, or maybe Wall Street bankers, and they decide what to do with it. But still, you don't make a name out of yourself. You don't actually bring any change, and and yeah, that's, I don't think is a good choice.
Okay, so yeah, another question. So if I buy the license, do I have to be technically savvy to be able to operate this? Because it's much easier to put it on the platform, but if I have to get the license and set the parameters, is the average person kind of savvy enough to be able to operate the AI bot?
Well, that's why some trainings are going to be done, and people are going to choose. People are going to say, okay, you know what? Or I tried it, and I think the AI is actually taking care of everything at 90%. Okay, me, I need to maybe enter the numbers. I need to enter the different markets, and I need to maybe monitor it. But some people will feel like, I don't want to do that. I feel like I want to be able to invest and the company does it for me. But you know, the secret of what we're doing right now is actually to gather all case scenarios, because if we have every possible case scenario, we will know exactly how to do presets, so that when we are selling the license, people actually have the presets, and they will just come and they will just put those presets, and that's all. Everything is being done automatically, because we know that, oh, before, when the market was like this, or the bot answered like this. When the market was like this, the bot answered like this. But for example, if we sell the license right now, even just to 2-3 people, so that our server can support it, we won't have all the case scenarios. So sometimes you say, oh no, it burned my account. Oh no, this happened. Oh no, this happened. Because maybe you face a scenario that we didn't face so far. So that's why we are considering that, okay, let's test it in all corners, everywhere. And so that we have all this case, the AI becomes smarter and smarter and smarter. The more it goes, the more it becomes smarter. And now once we feel that he is smart at 150%, that's when we say, okay, get it. All what you have to do is to enter the parameters, you tweak it, you want to put the level of risk, you want to put the different markets it has to go through, or maybe let's say crypto market, you say, okay, maybe 4 or 5 assets from the crypto market, the bond, maybe 2 assets, the commodities, maybe 4 assets, and so on. And then the rest is done automatically. Maybe you still try to put your stop loss and make sure that when the market is down, you still have a way to come out without any harm. So that is actually the things that we are preparing, so that once you jump in there, it's no harm for you, and it's very easy, you know. And but I think the 2.0 is very, very much intelligent already, with all the data that we've gathered from the from the first version. The data is gathered, and the fact that the speed has been optimized. The speed is actually the key that makes it a little bit exceptional. So we hope that it will be better and better, and before you guys actually start using it, we will have like an almost perfect product.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
I could also help answer that question in what you're talking about, the bot, when you own it. You do have to have an awareness and understanding how to use these bots. It's not a simple thing, because there's platforms that you have to sign into where you could bring your own bots into. So you have to have a sophisticated level of understanding how to use these bots. With the ETF Pool, they do everything automatically. But if you are a sophisticated investor and have a technical support background, or know the platforms to go on, then you basically will be able to license their bots, use it, and then you control the money, which gives you a higher level of security. But it's that understanding that of what you need to do. You have to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. For example, you need to have an account on Binance. You need to have an account on all those platforms, because you need to do, or the bot needs to work. You need to take the AI some sort of information from these other platforms to come and put into the bot for it to communicate with all those platforms. Of course, you need some level of little level of understanding on the technicality of things, but still, being with ETF, of course, you will learn 1 or 2 things, and once we say we want to start selling their license, of course, trainings will be done and so on. So people feel like they are comfortable on this level. And for those who always feel like, okay, they want ETF to do it for them, of course, it will continue that way, but we will not have a massive number of people in that lane. Now, I have another question from our what's his name, Jonathan, who talks about our numbers of users varying from 5,000 to 10,000, but we have 33 people on the call. Of course, I would say that's your fault. You have to tell your team to come online. So I don't know. The first thing that I noticed, and I will actually go in line with what you're saying, are the first thing that I'm thinking is, I'm asking myself is, why is everyone not into the Telegram channel? Because I have been in leaders group. The leaders groups are even more voluminous than the Telegram channel. So the first thing you have to do is first go into the Telegram channel. Because, for example, we have about 1,000, like 700 and something on the Telegram channel. That's not enough. So if you know you're an ETF Pool user, please jump into their Telegram channel, so we can actually, you can actually have updated information about our Zoom, and you can also participate in our Zoom where you ask all questions and all that. Okay, so we have a lot of leaders who are not there because of time. Some people not available at this time, you know, some people are working, some people are in a time frame that is already very, very late. We have communities from Asia and they are already sleeping. So I think I have their leader from Bangladesh here. He's also a founder, so he's at the founder's level in our compensation plan. So basically, he told me he would just do everything to be online because he wants to get the newest updates so he can educate his community. But all the members of the teams cannot be here at this time because we are from the US zone, so we actually have this time zone which is good for us, but we have others from different part of the world who are already sleeping, and some people are not even up yet, and so on. So you cannot think about yourself only here. You have to think about everyone. Yeah. So I hope your concern has been addressed, Jonathan. Yeah.
Yeah. One more question. Do you know what the cost of that license would be? You may not know exactly, but something that any type of number that they're throwing around, that the license, how much of the cost?
Well, I can't tell for now because we haven't even started commercializing the license. So it's something that is still in talks, in books, and developing. Because if we don't have our bigger servers, we cannot commercialize the license. And that's what I've been telling you since the first day. I said we need to have our money from maybe an investor, coin-based venture, or we need to be very much profitable for a period of time so that we can actually buy bigger servers so that we can accommodate more people. So it's not something that are dependent on me. I will just market it once it is ready, but it's not ready yet, so I cannot give you a number because I don't even know the number that could cost. But you'll be the first to know once that is done and possible.
All right, thank you.
We have other questions?
Hi, my name is Zazi. I hope you are hearing me.
Where are you from, please?
I am from India.
Oh, you see, Indians are already sleeping. So I want to thank you for being on our call.
Oh, God bless. Yeah,
Some
I
people
just
say,
had
why is your community not on the call? Why are we just 33 on the call while we are having thousands of people? So
yeah.
you have to tell to this Jonathan that it's very late in your country. So he needs to understand
It's very late.
he should think about himself only.
Yep. We actually came back from office like 3 hours before, and was just about to take a rest and go for nap. A lot of my friends are into it, into your pools. We all had one question that if in case possible, I do not know whether it is or not, that is there a way to, by means of some kind of fine or some kind of deduction, that we can migrate into your 2.0 from 1.0?
Well, yeah, I guess as you said, you just joined. I said it is possible, but you have to complete your the contract with the 1.0 before you can actually take it to the 2.0. Or you can still decide to get a new pool, because you can have as much polls as you want into the platform. So you can have your 2.0, 1.0, and another 2.0 active. So that's still fine. And then once your first contract finish, you can add it to the other one if you want to. But for you to start benefiting,
we have been investing like every month for last almost 2.5 months into the two pools, compounding pool and the other weekly pool. So that we found to be quite interesting and quite uh, profitable also. And but it is going to take almost like 3.5 months to complete. Six odd months, 132 days, somewhere around 150, 155.
Yeah.
So 3.5 months more wait.
Less than 3 months. Oh, okay, but for the 2.0, it is very, very fast. It's because 2.2 daily is really is very fast. You get to your objectives very fast. So
yes,
it's very exciting for me because it's true that sometimes when I was making like 0.8, sometimes 1.1, I was like, oh, it's too slow. I want to be able to make big numbers, but still keeping the safety that ETF Pool provides. So I'm very happy that we can now trade in full force into the crypto market and make good numbers. So you're all
maybe
encouraged.
maybe by this weekend, by this coming weekend, our salaries will be there. So yeah, next two pools are also ready for us.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So
Good.
let's try.
Thank you.
Let's jump in, try it, and let's see how it goes. Because for me, I am already in there. I think it's a good one. So I hope you will love it too. So in our next Zoom, we will research and see exactly how you think about it. And for people, I'm saying it again, for people who actually want to meet our ETF
Did I lose audio or did everybody?
I also lost audio.
Yep, I can't hear him either now.
Okay, so just the doctor. So anybody else want to talk about ETF? Because I'm really new and someone else better and probably hopefully knows more than me.
I mean, so far so good. I've been in it about 2 months. Gained 50% of my profits at the 1.1. So I'm gonna jump in this 2.0. So my concern, which is everybody's concern, when the government comes knocking on the door, what's gonna happen with our capital? That's why I keep asking that question, because this is what's coming up with other platforms that we're in.
Yeah, but I think Texas is pro crypto. Like New York is against crypto, but Florida's pro crypto. What about Texas? Is that good?
I don't know anything about crypto. I just know it falls under the United States government, and I know they're attacking. As long as it's in the 50 states, that they're kind of attacking it.
I've been in this game for quite a while right now, and as much as you could trust the platforms, trust who's ever running and things like that, it's always risky. So the best thing that I've been doing is just spreading it around various platforms. Never put all your eggs in one basket. Just spread them out. It takes a lot of research and development, but you know what? When you're making 25% a month, you you can't complain about that. You can't find these type of investments anywhere else. So if you get into them, just spread it out, because if they fail, well, then basically you have other platforms to jump into. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been very successful for me. So that's the direction that I like to go.
No, I understand. I agree with you 100%. I'm diversified, but still it seems like one by one they're going down. So, so it's just, these are the kind of questions that you have to ask.
You are right. And once they start getting too big, the question is, how big do they need to be before they get shut down? Or, what's going to happen? It is risk capital. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I do think that, the doctor's back. I think he's back, unless he's frozen. I can't tell.
No, I'm here. I was just listening to the beautiful conversations.
Well, in my opinion, and I'm like, I've been researching this. I don't know. I don't know a lot, but I'm trying to get into the real good ones. Maybe ETF is that one. But the AI bots, I really think like it's just a whole new game. And the 22 people in the group right now, and the people who are in this, are on the beginning stages of something that is so huge that it's sorry, I just got a phone call. It's so huge that it's going to take over. Like this is way better than the stock investing in stocks and bonds and stuff and trading. Like the traders of the day have nothing on this. You know what I mean? Like if AI bot, you can make a bot and it trades for you and it gives you 1 or 2% a day. That's awesome. And if that's where we're getting to in the world, then we're sitting on a gold mine, and you just got to be smart and get in the right ones. And if this is what ETF is trying to do, honestly and real, then it's going to last and it's going to be great. Corrupt governments will try and take it down, but just move somewhere else where they're not corrupt. Like just go with the flow. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
James, where do you live? Or state? What state do you live in? Or are you in the country?
I'm in Canada, and in Canada, we don't fight anything as much as we should. So our liberal government does whatever they want to do, and they're shutting down. Binance left. We can't even get into Binance, and like the rules that they're enforcing on crypto companies is just ridiculous. And I guarantee you they won't allow ETF or whatever else. So they kick out companies, and the companies just go and hide. Well, don't hide from this. We're trying to get a new government that is more pro crypto. Conservatives are way more pro crypto in Canada, so we got to get that in and get rid of the liberals. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but don't as I kind of say, and I don't. I'll say it nicer here because I use a 4-letter word, but don't mess with my crypto because it's the greatest thing on earth.
So James, when you were talking about the AI, sorry about that. When you were talking about the AI bots, I'm in 3 other platforms that are in AI bots, and I'm working with actually some guys out of Texas developing their own. And it is probably the most secure investment that I like because of the sheer fact, they have to make profitability. It's all about, everybody's got to make a buck. And if the company makes a buck, then we get paid and we'll make money. And as long as that works, and with the AI bots, I've seen it, they make a lot of money. There's all this new technology, but it takes a lot for these developers to make sure they get dialing things correctly to make sure they work. And that's the hardest part about it, because I've known AI bots for at least 4 years now, and a lot of them are failed because they can't get into the right platforms, or they can't make them, just operate right. And that is the biggest thing. So once someone finally figures it out, they will make money and they will last. So that's why I'm in this one, and that's why I'm very interested in this one, especially licensing my own, because I have the connections to basically run it. but I'm still going to invest in the company and still be part of it because, you know, you want to basically just be with them in the whole step of the way. So that's how I figured I'd share that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Darius has been with us for a long time now, and I know he's going to stay, and he's going to be one of the first people that actually get the license, because I know he told me once it's available, he wants to be the first persons to acquire that. So I am very, very excited about the future of this. As I always said, we always be open, discussing about all these problems, finding solutions together. I prefer us running a business like this than to make crazy promises, doing some crazy actings and so on. So I actually feel that we are on the right path and we are going the right way. So thank you so much, everyone. Let's try to enjoy our new 2.0. Make sure we talk about this to the people that we feel want to jump in with us and benefit from a 2.2% our daily. So let's not keep it to ourselves. If we feel it can help some other person, or any other person want to learn about AI and what it actually can do for your financial freedom. So I will tell you thank you, and I will see you next day or the one afterwards. Take care and thank you so much. Bye-bye.